This is my surfboard, and this is how many mistakes I've made surfing over the last 2.5 years. Here's why. I had a weird desire to change my whole life 2.5 years ago and become a professional surfer, but I didn't know anyone who surfed, so I had to figure it all out on my own. Bad idea. Over the last 2.5 years, I've learned a lot of things, mostly from all the mistakes I've made. The first year was so traumatic that I almost quit surfing 100 times, and I told myself I would only continue if I found a coach and moved to another country to bring my learning curve cost down. Somehow I managed to do both, and I've learned a lot along the way. So here I am, trying to help all you fellow beginner surfers out there with the learning curve and what not to do.
This is a 5-part series that continues with this video where I tell you all my worst travel stories and tell you how to avoid such kooky moments. What you're about to watch is everything I've learned in the past 3 years about traveling to remote and also not remote places. These are the things I wish I knew years ago, which would have saved me time, money, and tons of embarrassment. Basically, get ready to conquer the travel world.
Let's talk insurance. It's not sexy, but it is smart. If you're headed on a surf trip, get yourself a solid insurance plan. Medical emergencies, lost bags, flight delays, things happen, especially when you're off the beaten path. Trust me, you do not want to be spending thousands on a reef cut or a missed connection. Packing for a surf trip is a full art of its own. First, board bags. Get a board bag with really good padding. And if you're bringing multiple boards, make sure they're snug, use things in between the boards. What I even do is wrap the surroundings of my boards in a really thin foam so that they're not fully against each other. If you want, you can put bubble wrap around the whole thing. That's what I like to do. I put all my boards together and I wrap it with bubble wrap. That way it doesn't take up too much space in your board bag and it's not so intense. When I first started, I used to bubble wrap and wrap the rails of my board with every single board. It was too much. It was way too much. I wish somebody earlier told me how intense that was. Now, I travel in a more simple way. Also, something that I've learned along the way, when you get to the airport, take a look at your boards before you leave the airport. Make sure they're okay, make sure they're not damaged, make sure they're not broken in half. Because if you detect an error with your boards while you're still at the airport, you have a way better chance of making a claim with the airline so that you can recoup all of your costs. Beyond boards, pack for remote condition. That means extra fins, extra leashes, extra wax, extra everything. And a pro tip, throw an Apple AirTag in your surfboard bag just to make sure you can track it wherever it goes. If it gets rerouted, if it doesn't even leave the airport, you will know at all times where your bag is and you will never feel stressed. Just make sure that you change the battery in your AirTag before you throw it in there. I've definitely made that mistake before and I've gotten on the plane, checked my location of my bag, and I've seen the battery at basically 0 and freaked out. So do not make that mistake. If your passport is expiring soon, do not freak out, do not worry. There are solutions that are way more simple than renewing your passport in the United States. If your passport is expiring soon and you see the reviews online that says that a passport takes anywhere from 4 to 6 months to get renewed, do not worry because US passport renewal takes so long and there are other options. Here's my secret. I've started renewing my passport abroad. Yes, seriously. If I need my passport renewed, what I do is when I land in the country, I schedule an appointment at the US Embassy, I give them my passport, and within 10 business days, my passport is back in my hands and it is fully renewed. It's way faster and honestly, it's not as intimidating as it sounds. Just bring your passport, be nice, and boom, your passport is with you and no 6-month wait. A few biggies here. First, car rentals. Always check the fine print. Some come with mileage restrictions or other local charges that can cost you a fortune later, so make sure you know everything that is in that contract. For housing, I always recommend tapping into the local networks. DM people on Instagram, ask around, and do not be afraid to message a host on Airbnb. Get their contact, talk to them directly or on Instagram. If you can talk to them directly and you can work out a better deal, that is way better than just paying the average Airbnb costs. Best advice I could give is actually find a local and have them negotiate a local price for you because you will never ever get that yourself. Flights, do not be afraid to book separate legs. I've saved thousands by splitting trips up, especially when I'm traveling through hub cities. It takes more planning, but it is totally worth it. Be flexible and always double check those layovers. Do not mess around with visas. Some countries let you slide in for 90 days, other countries need paperwork when you arrive to the airport, and some actually need paperwork before you arrive to the airport. Double check everything before you fly. A quick Google search will literally save your whole trip.
Okay, let's talk about car keys and how to lock your car for a surf. If you remember in Dear Beginner Surfer number 1, I told you guys exactly how to lock your car, but I did not factor in electric cars. You guys, electric cars bring a whole new game to this situation, but 2 words for you, tinfoil. Changes the game for everything, and something I've realized about electric keys and trying to lock them inside of your car while you go surf is that the electromagnetic sensors are still active when you put them in the lockbox. Therefore, they do not work. The tinfoil actually blocks them from not being able to work. All you do is take your key, wrap it in some tinfoil, put it in your lockbox, and you are done. It is the simplest solution to having an electric car. And I know for all of us who are lucky enough to say that we have this problem, you need a solution too.
You do not need to be a pro ding repairer, but knowing how to seal a crack with a solar resin can literally save everything. Always bring with you a mini ding repair kit and some duct tape just for emergencies. Trust me, trying to find a local ding repair guy on a Sunday, not the vibe. You guys, surf travel is not luxury, especially when you're still learning. You will get lost, you will blow it on a surf check, and maybe you'll even cry over a broken fin in the sand. But here's the truth, it is all a part of it. Those messy, chaotic, unplanned moments, that is where the growth happens. Keep your sense of humor, go with the flow, and know that no surf trip ever goes perfectly. And that is what makes it so unforgettable. This one is big. Bring backup fins, extra leash, and even an extra board if you're going somewhere that's remote. Flights get canceled, buses break down, ATMs run out of cash. Always keep some emergency cash hidden in your bag and take screenshots of all your bookings because you never know if you're gonna lose service or Wi-Fi, so just be prepared. Basically, hope for the best, but prepare for a mess. And this one might be the most important of all. When you're going to a new place and you're going into a new break, be respectful in and out of the water. It goes a long way. Learn the local surf etiquette. Don't paddle straight into a lineup that you don't understand. Smile, be humble, support local businesses.
Aquí en kilómetro 59, Super Coco, lo mejor de lo mejor.
And remember, you're a guest, not just on the wave, but in someone's country. In the water, the way you show up matters. Good vibes in equals good waves out. So when you're going somewhere, have fun with it. Know that nothing ever goes as planned, and that's okay. That's the beauty of it. But that's why you prepare. You always have an option A, an option B, and an option C, and you are ready for anything. So if you're going somewhere new and you're going somewhere exciting, be ready to have the best time of your life, but prepare to have to problem solve because that is what this journey is all about. Thank you guys for watching Dear Beginner Surfers Part 2, the travel journey version. I'm so excited to be able to share with you guys everything I've learned from these years of trial and error, of just doing everything on my own and failing many, many, many times. So hopefully this can help some of you guys not fail. Episode 3 of Dear Beginner Surfer is coming soon.